I don't do Instagram. So that's how you don't get blocked. That's how you don't get blocked on Instagram. Don't do it.
No, Sal, yeah, you should join OnlyFans.
I don't even know what that is. Well, hello, Thomas.
Hi, Sally.
Well, I understand. I do have a question, and I understand you are uniquely qualified to answer.
I'm worried about the question, but I may be able to answer it.
Thomas, trust me. The question is, how do you get blocked from somebody's Instagram account?
So it'd be happened 8 months ago, almost to the day, by a reseller couple named RNZY. And the reason it happened to me, in short, is because I probably came at them with the wrong energy. Even though my intention was positive, it was carried out incorrectly. And do you want to know a little bit more about the story, some background and whatnot?
Thomas, I have so many questions. First of all, I met those people at FlipCon, and they were really nice.
I met them too, which we'll talk about, and they are absolutely nice, wonderful people that have helped thousands of us.
I don't know what was the topic that got you going on Instagram.
Okay, so we're both part of Chris's group, right? And there is a great interest in trying to get your business as big as possible, trying to scale it to a size that, I mean, everybody in the group, most people want to be number one in their niche. They want to be the biggest seller on eBay, biggest seller on Amazon, but particularly eBay, because that's the one that we deal with. And we all recognize that it's a very significant platform that theoretically has limitless growth. So,
you know, in my just heart of hearts, even with my 7 listings a day, I have that desire.
Yes, exactly. So they have very, very fortunately, I mean, I've made money off of the way that they teach people how to clean shoes, how to source shoes, all that stuff. They sell on 2 platforms, primarily Poshmark and Mercari, with some, I guess I'm wrong in that, with additional Facebook Marketplace sales, and then they also have StockX sales and a bunch of other things. But the 2 platforms make up the bulk of their reselling sales are Poshmark and Mercari, which, as everybody knows, are 2 smaller sites. But that's great. It's great to have different avenues. I started selling on those sites. Well, not Mercari, I started selling on Poshmark as a result of them, and it went pretty well. After a while, I stopped because I realized the power of eBay, and how it was kind of better for me at the time just to sell on one platform, put all my eggs in one basket on a bigger platform. But regardless, what?
They sell shoes?
Yes.
Were you selling shoes at the time?
At the time I was selling shoes, clothes. I mean, the system that they preach is kind of ubiquitous. The whole purpose is making sure you're sourcing high quality items that can sell, that you're cleaning them, that you're making sure that they're in good condition, and then taking really well lit photographs of them and just kind of spiraling the whole system, which is great. My issue is that on the 1st of, I think it's the 1st of January, and again, I can't check for sure because I got blocked. So on the 1st of January, they posted their Poshmark numbers from the entire last year, but they also posted their Poshmark numbers from the previous 2 years. So over the last year, so this would be 2021, they did, if I remember correctly, again, blocked, they did, I think, $220,000 gross on Poshmark. The year before that, they did 210,000. The year before that, they did 190,000. Those are all great, great numbers. Many people would aspire to those numbers. Great, awesome. I looked at those numbers because, again, I'm coming at it from the perspective of I want to have as big of a store as possible, the biggest. How can I do that? That is very, very limiting if it shows that you've only grown 10% over the last 3 years. So I said that. I said something, I don't know because I got blocked, but what I did get to do is I talked to them at FlipCon, and you got to meet them too. And before anything, they are They're really nice, really great people. I have nothing at all to say about them. Super nice people. And they were even willing to talk to me after they knew that they had blocked me. Because of course I told them, not going to not tell them.
So you said, hey, you guys blocked me. How did you do that?
So we may have done a shot together. And then I may have said, do you want to know something that's kind of funny? You blocked me on Instagram. And then Lindsay goes like, really? And I go like, yeah, like kind of laughing. She goes, what's the story? And then so Ryan comes over and we start talking. So the rest of the whole conversation, I talked with Ryan. We talked about how, and this is the major takeaway, that if you have a system in place and you're really satisfied with that system and it's doing everything you need it to make yourself happy, then you don't need to find another system. Every system works for whoever like works with and came up with that system. So even though my version of success, which would be having the biggest store, making the most money, being like the king of it, that's not their dream. Their dream is having a great work-life balance, being able to spend a lot of time with their family, still being able to put money in the bank, and being able to help other people. These are all really great, tangible things.
Well, wait, to boil this down a little bit, before I decide to emulate somebody in their successful journey, I'd better look at where their successful journey ends, and does it compare to where I want my successful journey to end? So their successful journey ends at a lot of work-life balance. I already have that. My successful journey ends when I have enough money to fund my travel habit. So if you don't have comparable objectives, then you might not want to just, carte blanche follow somebody else's plan.
That's very true. A lot of it comes down to, in any situation in the world, use your noggin. It's really easy to follow someone else's like system and what they tell you and teach you, because you don't need to think that much. But at a certain level, you're not going to be happy or reach your goals that you yourself have made unless you kind of think about it. So if you're, and I'm going to say the proverbial you, because based on their system, this seems to be the maximum. If you want to have a max capacity sales of selling used shoes of about $200,000 on Poshmark, probably $75,000 on Mercari, and I'm guessing around 50,000 on Facebook Marketplace for about a total of just over 300,000. Again, great numbers. Then their system is the one. It's great for exactly what that is. But if you want to have a bigger platform, if you want to sell more items, if you want to make a bigger income, which of course is going to take more infrastructure, more employees, more sales, more work, all that stuff, then you're going to have to pick a different platform like eBay, Amazon, or even start your own Shopify store or something where you can drive traffic to it yourself.
And being a numbers person, numbers lie. I can make my numbers look awfully good, and they really suck. So I guess this is a good message, because I watch YouTube all night because I don't tend to sleep. And when I see someone who says I'm successful and this is what I'm doing, I should look a little closer at what success means in their eyes, and is it going to get me to where I figure success is at? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's a really great takeaway. I didn't walk away from our conversation. Sorry?
I have one for you. Your big mouth is going to get you in trouble. It did.
Oh, it has. It has, and it continues to. It's great. That is why I was going to say nobody likes me, but people do like me, for better or worse.
Name two. And you know what?
Sally. Sally and Little P. Little P counts. Even if she's a dog, she still counts.
I'll tell you why. If I wanted someone who agreed with me all the time to do a channel with, I would not have picked you. But for me, my dad told me once, he said, if you can't defend your beliefs with someone of opposing beliefs, then you have a weak platform. And so I try to find people who can look at a different side of things. And you and I, as I've said before, we come at everything in life. And the thing I do appreciate about you, and I know I'll hear about this, is you are willing to take information and change. I've got evidence of that very recently, where you'll have a thought and I'll give a counter thought. And sometimes if it's valid, you'll change your direction. And so the real question is, did they let you back on? Have you tried to get on? Are you still blocked?
I am still blocked.
Oh, if they ever watch this broadcast, do you promise, if they unblock you, to not be so aggressive?
So that's a great thing. So that was the wrong response. But
Yeah.
the great response to this is, you have to be able to match, if you're trying to have a productive conversation, you have to match the person that you're trying to have a productive conversation with at the same level of their energy.
Okay.
They talk to hundreds of people every day who are very, very positive, who love what they do and are very supportive. For me to be like, yo, dude, you guys are doing it wrong. Here's why, like straight up in, I don't know, 160 characters on Instagram, probably not the best way to go about it. But all I am on Instagram is a nameless dude who has like 160 characters, because no one's going to read it if it's longer than that, to say something on someone's post.
Well, obviously you're not a nameless dude, because they didn't block everybody. They blocked you.
They blocked me. They blocked me, and they're very, very nice people.
But, speaking of nice people, do you want to talk for a minute about Jack?
You mean Jack Weaver, video game personality?
I thoroughly enjoyed Jack, and someday, in fact, I'm kind of looking around to figure out, I'm going to dig out those old game things. But, the reason I didn't want to go look yesterday is because I just probably a pile of crap. And, somebody that knows everything about everything like Jack, here's my Disneyland Princess game. I don't know what's in there. So, but I am going to let a second look. So this week, are you going to look at my graphic tees tomorrow?
Oh, I'm going to do it.
Or something. Look, what is, what is that?
That's, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
That is a licensed Jean-Michel Basquiat shirt.
Well, I have about 30 of them. So tomorrow I'm going to also be down here, and we'll just kind of go through them and look. And on our flipper flops, I don't want them to just be, gee, Sally, you bought something stupid. Instead, I want to talk about why a beginner would pick up something like I pick up, and what is a correction that I could make. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, but it'll be a good build your Rolodex tomorrow I think it'll apply mostly to new people, but that's okay.
I'm excited. And since we always forget to, if you did make it to the end of this video and you're new or you've watched them all, comment, hit the like button, let us know what you thought of this. Should every Instagram influencer block me? Should I be unable to even log into the platform? Let me know.
I don't do Instagram, so that's how you don't get blocked. That's how you don't get blocked on Instagram. Don't do it.
No, Sal, yeah, you should join OnlyFans.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Very good.